So I've taken this image a lot, and the other day I talked about see if I could pick up the light, which is there, and get it to shine on the whole thing and separate it. I think the shot's available, but it's funny what you can get. Sometimes not the others. Those two trees, which are part of everything I've ever shot there. Again, if there's separation, so they're very tall, stark trees, and I would love to get them in any shot I took of that island. And but it's not available. That light, this light isn't going to get all the way down this island. I mean, the sun is coming out. I might get it this afternoon if I were able to stay. But I'll come over here and show you what I mean about I have maybe I could post the image. But what I find I'm starting to do more and more is shoot the image at the right time of day, or the right presentation, as opposed to what was there's optimal moments. See, now it's interesting, it's getting better, but I'm talking about real highlights, like a golden hour type thing. It's not gonna, I'll see if I can get a better opening here. You'll see what I mean. I sold one of these prints. Okay, coming around. So here we have that. You can see the trees now. You can see the separation from the background. So obviously it's a great potential shot. Obviously I'm going to shoot it in landscape mode. And there's the light, ironically. So if the light came, so if you see that island there, if the light came down that line from that small island towards this might illuminate, and then this might be in the dark. That might be the shot. I just have to guess the time of day that I should be here, probably 2 or 3 in the afternoon. More stuff. So that's the neat thing about this island, are those trees. Anyway, there you go. So the other day I was here and I was talking about these chairs here. People put them on their properties in these spots. And if you look over there, you can just see the new chairs, probably made of like a PVC type thing, plastic. And then they've put this in. This is new too. And look at the construction, piece of shit. You can just see down there in the corner, you can see that they're using those braces, T-braces. But the fact that this was the original idea, that's another idea, and then they'll probably get chairs for that space there. And they'll never, I mean, in some ways this may be grandma and grandpa's chairs, father and mother, and this is where the kids will end up sitting. But there's stories in everything. And really, for me, photography is really about storytelling. And yeah. So when you see a tree like this, for me, there's potential in this tree. If I lower, there's light behind it. It's a bit strong. The sunlight's right behind it. But if I look for the right place, right there maybe, I'll do something with that. So I've come across this tree as well. Same sort of thing. If I go around here, first of all, I'm trying to get rid of the background. I don't want it because I lose the image, see? So I just keep going around it. Maybe come down. That might work. Now I'm gonna try that trick I use where I count off the steps. So I'm 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go around it. I'm about this far away. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn. And I might be able to get, see, it's not there. But I could do. So when you add 2 images, the background disappears by half. It doesn't mean that the other background. So there we go. There's something there. We'll see. So I found another tree here. Fletcher helped me find it. And this tree may not be here for very long, and there's reasons for that. Or I can take a section of it. I just don't want anything in the majority in the background, like this tree. Actually, when I said it was potential of it going away, a dog has been digging at it for a few days now for no good reason. So we'll see if it survives the winter. Or I could put it all back in. I'll bring a shovel next time and close that hole. Again, like, is there more story in the singular tree? I don't know. This is an obvious one too, similar to the one I had over there. And my dog, of course, is giving me something here too, but because he's so dark and he's not in silhouette, it's not really going to work. However, there might be something there, and you see the texture in the clouds. So a favorite of mine are boats in silhouette, specifically that they're straight up horizontal. 3.8 times. I don't know what the max is on that. 9 times. I want everything to look like a brush stroke. Look at that. Look at that cloud there. Look at that. Nice. So I can use these as other images. So I think they would end up being pixelated if I used them at this depth, but if you sort of smudge them and blur them a little bit, but you still need the definition. Like, back to this again. So those are the Olympic Mountains. That's a log way out there. I thought there were birds, like a sort of ducks, way about. I'll point to it about there. Maybe that's a duck, although it could be seaweed. The tide is extra high. That island is covered. This island, usually where that water is dry. The seals find refuge on that. I don't know where they are. They're having. I suspect they've had a few rough nights. But they're also kind of immovable, are the seals. So once they're on flat land, I can't imagine they have problems. However, this would have been an interesting thing to see the other day during the cyclone bomb. A new term added to the weather vernacular. There we go. Birds in flight. There we go. See if I can get more. And again, a still image of a bird in flight at that distance is really about texture and mood. It's not literal. So I'll layer that onto something else. I found the birds, but they've gone under, of course, just when I hit play or record. Come on, where be you? There's one that popped up. They're traveling up. There they are. There they are. So I'm not a liar. And we're at 9 times, so that's all we're going to get. Now back down they go. But I wasn't lying. Quick little trick when your hands are cold. What you do is you stick your phone in while it's recording into your pocket, and then instant warmth. Only lasts as long as the battery does, but if you're in a survival situation, that might be something to contemplate. I thought I saw a seal. This is the exercise portion of this voyage. So I've seen something here. Let's see if I can get through to it. I just like that texture. Just kind of neat. See how far I can get. There we go. So there's an otter for those who are keeping track. Might come up. Keep it on. I'm actually going to take try to do a panorama, because although it's weird that it's a funny thing that happens. Just keep an eye. There's a log, so log was close to otter. It's a funny thing that happens when we that island presents differently from where we are here. So I've seen this island, I've taken lots of shots of it. I know it's the same island, but it always confuses me. There's the otter. Oh no, it's a seal. Is it a seal? No, it's hanging around like it's a sea otter, and it's on its back. Hang on, there we go. Unless seals do the same thing. He's a big one. So we do have river otters here. I see river otters here all the time, and I suspect we have sea otters here, but not as many. So it's hard to decide. Can't find it. No, he's disappeared. But I'll see him again. But I'm probably not gonna catch him again. So we have this island here. I'll show you what I wanted to do for a panorama. It would involve a ladder and a saw. So you see what I mean? So I get this image. There's the island that we know. Maybe pick up that other island. That's good. And there's the island in the distance, which it's actually 2 or 3, especially at high tide. So I want, because of this branch, which is beautiful in its own right, however, I want to get rid of it to perform the, I'd love to get rid of it for this panorama. And by the way, that light is coming around on that point even more. I've done a loop. But look at that light right there. That's really cool. The texture of the clouds and stuff. I mean, the weird thing about being on the West Coast is you have these unbelievable scenery and it's always cloud covered. But that's okay. I can live with that. Maybe I can drop the exposure on that. There we go. A little bit more. There we go. Neat. So I've just taken a picture of that. Interesting to see what I can do with the exposure. Yikes. Actually, I don't mind that either. It's way overexposed in the sky. Maybe I drop that down a tiny bit. But I can work with the lines of it. So now I'm just working with the island itself. Maybe cut out the branches. Wouldn't be too bad. Here we go. Ready? November. And we're done. Here, I'm gonna cross here. This woman doesn't need me in her life. But look at this photo. Stop, Fletcher. Stop.